the next grammar topic on reported speech. So you can find here the reported speech PowerPoint presentation in the screen. And no, this is a very familiar topic, and it is a very easiest one when you understand the transfer of tenses, how you should change the tenses. If you learn it, then it is more than enough to know this topic. So in the topic itself we have that it is reported speech. Reporter, who do you call reporter? One who reports for the newspaper, especially for anything, one who reports. Now and all, you can see in Facebook also report an option, and in anything you have in web online media, you have report as an option. But report is something what has happened, you are telling that into another, so that we call it as report. So now when you see, it is also called direct and indirect speech. So reported speech is also called direct and indirect speech. It is used to communicate what someone else has said. Now when you report something, you are not supposed to report that in exact words. For example, if I say I am not well, if your friend is asking what she said, you will not say I am not well. If you say I am not well, that sounds insensible. Then she will be asking you what happened to you. Here the communication is I am not well, but when you are telling to your friend that I am not well, so you have to interpret the words in past tense, like she is not well. When you are conveying that, see how the communication differs. So this is also called the language of journalists, and we can also see the plenty of occurrence in newspaper as it is in reported language. So when you see any article, something like that in newspapers, you can find the tenses. It had happened 10 minutes ago, the accident has happened, the motorist flew from that, and the driver escaped had a narrow escape, like that and all. We would have been seeing a reported language. So while communicating, there are some changes for verb in main. What is main? Main thing, you have to change the verb and also pronoun. So overview of this reported speech, it is also called direct and indirect speech. So you will be reporting the exact words of the speaker and reporting that interpretation. Okay, so you will be interpreting the exact words of the speaker to the another one. So like this, you will be changing your pronoun, changing the verb. So these are all happen in direct and indirect speech. So when you see this image, see as same example I have told you, these two are speaking. This two are speaking that he is telling I fell down the stairs. So he had fallen the next day or after 2 hours or something like that. What the action happened once, and after that they are telling here. So I fell down the stairs, that he is telling, and he is asking. Now these two are speaking, and she is asking what he told, what happened, like that she is asking, and he said that he had fallen down the stairs. So atadu cheppadu kinda paddadanta, like this guy is. So when three members are speaking, this second one is redirecting or interpreting the exact words of this speaker to this girl. Okay, and when you see in this picture, now he is telling I am really happy. Okay, so he is conveying to her, and now she is conveying to everyone, or the other one. He said that I am really happy, and now how she is interpreting, you see, Thomas said that he was really happy. Okay, so this is exactly direct and indirect speech, which is called reported speech. Now coming to the third slide, I have given here examples. Vinny says, comma quotations begin, tomorrow is a holiday. Okay, so now when you see here, the exact words of the speaker is given in the quotes. Why? Because you have to give the exact words of the speaker between the inverted commas. So this is actually the formation of direct and indirect speech. Now when you see here, I have given here this arrow mark. So when I say this one, Vinny says, this is called reporting verb, and this one between the inverted commas is reporting speech. What is reporting speech? What does the speaker exactly said the word? Okay. Now when I have interpreted here, Vinny says that the next day is a holiday. So here I am saying that Vinny says that tomorrow is a holiday. But what I have said here, I have interpreted here, Vinny says, so comma quotations has gone, and I have inserted that instead of tomorrow you are telling the next day. So this is adverbial change. This is the adverbial change. And as I have, even though it is tomorrow, that is the intentional sentence, I have given the tense as it is. So you have to note one point here, comma quotations mundara, you have to see the verb. So here I have given the verb is in present tense. Okay. Now after comma quotations, this adverb tomorrow is intentional, future tense in the reporting speech. So Vinny says, so this is in present tense, so no need of tense change here. Now when you see the next example, Vinny will say, now it is blue in color, where the reporting verb is in future tense, and the exact words of the speaker is the same. Here also she is telling tomorrow is a holiday, here also tomorrow is a holiday. Okay. Now he is interpreting, Vinny will say that the next day is a holiday. Okay. Now when you see here, reporting verb says, and in the second sentence reporting verb will say. So both are same. So if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, no need to change the reporting speech. Ante reporting verb, id arrow mark chudandi, comma quotations mundara evaru maatladtaro adi reporting verb. So this reporting verb present tense lo gaani future tense lo gaani unte ikkada unna tenses marchalsina avasaram ledu unless otherwise necessary. Okay. So exact ga alage cheppochu. But when you come to this black, or that is green color one, what I have given, Vinny said, comma quotations begin, tomorrow is a holiday. Now when you see the reporting verb, it is in past tense. Ikkade talanoppi anta start avutadi. So what is that headache? You have to change all the corresponding tense into past tense. Why? Because ikkada said, cheppadu. So when the reporting verb is in past tense, and the upcoming tenses should be in past tense. So what are the points to be considered before changing a speech from direct indirect speech? If the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, then the reporting speech need not be changed. If the reporting verb is in past tense, then the changes in the reporting speech is for, you have to change the tense and you have to change the pronoun. Now one thing guys, before changing into reporting speech, the points you should remember is, number one, all the statements, all the speeches, that is all the exact words of the speaker should be reported in the form of statements. Ante vakyamuga, adi question ga undi, exclamation ga undi, whatever it may be, you have to change it into statements. That is the main point here in direct to indirect speech. Now I have given here tense change. Present tense is changed to past tense, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, exact everything past perfect, and coming to present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and past tense, past perfect tense, and past continuous, past perfect continuous, and here this next two tense. So when the రిపోర్టింగ్ స్పీచ్ ఇస్ ఇన్ పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ టెన్స్, నో చేంజ్, బికాస్ పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్లో చేంజ్ చేస్తే మళ్ళీ దాన్ని చేంజ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. అండ్ పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ ఆల్సో, నో చేంజ్. Now what are the changes in the verb tenses? So do becomes did, is am doing becomes are doing, past continuous, and are doing were doing, has have done had done. Same ikkada tense changes chudandi, same simple present past lo. Okay, now this one is simple present, simple past, present continuous chudandi. She always wears a coat, and here he said that she always wore a coat. Wear becomes wore. Why? Because said anedi undi, reporting verb is in said. And then am looking changes to was looking. Okay, because she anedi singular, so was looking. And has written, had written. Past simple gave, verb 2, had given, past perfect, had plus verb 3. Will, would, I will finish my report in 2 days, and would finish. Will becomes would, can, could, may, might, must, had to. I must go to the bank and get some money. She said that she had to go to the bank, had to, so must changes to had to, and have to changes to had to. So these are all the trendy changes in tense changes in reported speech. Now what are all the adverbial change? So you can see here guys, today, that day, and tonight, that night, last night, previous night, tomorrow, the next day, the day after tomorrow, in 2 days time, yesterday, the day before yesterday, 2 days before, henceforward, thenceforward, hence becomes thence, thus becomes in that way, ago becomes before and earlier. And now let us get into the examples. Nick says, comma, quotations begin, I like my granny very much, quotations closed. Now when you see, the reporting verb is in present tense, so no need of tense change here. So Nick says that, comma, quotations povali, that ravali. So Nick says that I like, who like, Nick like, so Nick is a boy, so he. And for he, singular verb, Nick says that he likes my granny, whose granny, Nick's granny, so his granny very much. So very anta change cheyalsina avasaram ledu, only adverbial and tense and pronoun, ee moodu maatrame change untundi. And then the Browns say, comma, quotations begin, we have moved into a new flat, our flat is large. The Browns say that, who, we అనేది they, ఎవరు మూవ్ అయ్యారు, బ్రౌన్స్ మూవ్ అయ్యారు. సో we అంటే మేము అంటే వాళ్ళు, లైక్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు చేంజ్. సో దే హ్యావ్ మూవ్డ్, ఇక్కడ హ్యావ్ మూవ్డ్ని హ్యాడ్ మూవ్డ్గా చేంజ్ చేయాలన్నా వద్దా? యు సీ, వీ హ్యావ్ మూవ్డ్ ఇంటూ, నో నీడ్ ఆఫ్ చేంజ్. వై? బికాస్ దే హ్యాడ్ మూవ్డ్ ఇంటూ యా, యాక్చువల్గా అయితే ప్రజెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్, పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్, ఇట్ షుడ్ చేంజ్, వీ షుడ్ చేంజ్. ఓకే, ద బ్రౌన్స్ సే దట్, బట్ హ్యావ్ మూవ్డ్ ఎందుకు ఇక్కడ చేంజ్ చేయలేదంటే, సే అనే వర్బ్, సే ఈజ్ ఇన్ ద రిపోర్టింగ్ వర్బ్ ఇస్ ఇన్ ప్రెజెంట్ టెన్స్, సో నో నీడ్ ఆఫ్ టెన్స్ చేంజ్. బాగా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి, ఇక్కడే మీకు మార్క్ పోతుంది. ఇప్పుడు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ చేసాం కదా, సే, సెడ్ ఉంటే హ్యావ్ మూవ్డ్, హ్యాడ్ మూవ్డ్గా అవుతుంది, అదర్వైజ్ నాట్ నీడెడ్. సో సిమిలర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్, నిక్ ఆస్క్స్ మేరీ. నౌ Nick says, Mary, give some bread please. Now he is asking, commanding, please any imperative sentence, command, order, request. So he is asking, Nick says, Mary, give some koddiga bread istava, like that he is asking. Nick asks Mary to give him some bread, ila rayachu, or Nick requests Mary to give him some bread, like that. Okay, now teacher ki, request ki, commands ki, and then commands, request, order. Now sometimes the teacher orders or the teacher announces, so depends of the tone of the sentence, you have to change here. And let us see about the pronoun change. My, I and my becomes her or she. tense. Am becomes was. Okay. Tonight becomes that night, as we have seen in the previous slide.